4-12 was the scoreline as Na'Vi took down NiP on Overpass. Very well put together map from them. They're going to look to continue that success. Guardian was in great form. Next up is going to be Cobblestone. Now this is a map that NiP at one point with Threat as the new addition. Way back in Malmo last year, they really introduced some new cool things. So we'll see how much success they can still on, how much reinvention there was. I think pretty much, we talked about this in the last segment with was it NiP using the Astralis strategy on B. Teams often steal some kind of cool tricks from each other. So I mean, NiPs have been taken by everybody. But on this map, what do we have looking forward? Because last week when we saw NiP on it, this was one of the maps we said as a CT, the AWPer is severely limited just by the map itself.
Yeah, both of these teams have had similar issues on the CT side. Na'Vis have been running 2 AWPs, and that's a problem when retaking. And now they've kind of switched the players around. I think Guardian's doing more of stagnant AWPing on the B side, playing more that Coop, that statue role. And then they have Simple over towards A. He's a bit more sporadic, I think. Unless I'm getting that wrong, but we'll see in the game. It's one way or the other. My brain's not working
right now. Right or wrong
now.
is what you're saying?
Yeah. Cool. But then with NiP, Jason, we just saw that Draken just basically condemned to A long with the AWP. And I don't know if, obviously, they're saying he gets to make his own choices. Well, that's a bad choice. Just sitting there the whole round. He was getting overwhelmed at certain points. He wasn't falling back. That also means that the player playing connector, which I think was Get Right, can't cheat over to the B site earlier. Always has to watch that midsection so they can't sneak up Danger and flank him. So I think they need to look at readdressing where he's playing, or maybe, you know, give him some suggestions on how to play that a little bit better.
Yeah.
Can I interject you really quick before you make a point, Len? I did forget to mention on the secondary stream we had a remake match. It was G2 taking on Fnatic on Train. G2 won that 16-5, and I believe that brings them up to 4 wins.
Yeah.
Which means they're not far off some of the teams fighting for a playoff spot. So now we have over in Europe an entire division of teams, 14 teams all contending for a spot.
I had the B stream up and I was watching little bits and pieces of it. Kenny had one of those games. 31 for 9. Pretty phenomenal.
That's very phenomenal.
Carry performance. So.
Good to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like a long time in the making. It's like finally seeing everything kind of maybe looking like it has a chance to at least come together. But yeah, going back to the game, Na'Vi are, I think, on a 4-loss streak on Cobble right now.
Boy.
So it's not been particularly great for them. They haven't been the biggest opponents. They lost to the North twice, Mousesports and Virtus Pro on it. So take what you will from that. On the other side, we did see NiP play this once, and that was against LDLC. It was still a close match, so it wasn't like this huge, superstar performance from NiP, but LDLC are relatively decent on this map. Existence put in a fair bit of work against them. So again, I just hope we get to see a better, I guess, Na'Vi on this, and more of a chance for NiP on that CT side as well, because last time their money never got going. I hope we at least get to see the AWP kind of coming out to play, and we might get a little answers to where these 2 teams stand.
Well, I'm really excited for something, and it's Chad's tactical clip.
You always get really excited about these.
I have no idea what this one's about. I haven't been given a preview this time.
This is another cool execute of NiP using jump smokes, but towards the A-bomb site this time. This one, Forest, he just launches it, he lets it fly, and it's going to cover the connector doors.
Oh,
and then Draken, he's going to have one that he's going to lob off there as well, and he's just going to go and cover. That's just a nice little flash. I don't know if it does anything. This smoke's going to go and cover off A-long, so if they're committed into that area of the map, they have to run through the smoke to fight the terrorists. And then a little smoke's going to go there as well to keep that player in danger at bay. And then they're all going to push up the mid corridor. So everything's going to be smoked off as
the X's indicate?
Yes, and a Molotov, I've done it in blue, will cover off the vent room. It wouldn't draw, but there we go. And they just funnel their way out middle. Draken goes late A-long, catching anybody in the back. They're not going to be expecting that. And then Forest also has the flank if they decide to push through danger and come up mid behind. They swarm that A-bomb site. 3 players from LDLC are isolated, and that's the round.
It's really nice, actually. It's a nice way to isolate the players along. Na'Vi leaves Simple there a hell of a lot as well. If you're right, and I think you are, he does kind of solo out on A hell of a lot. Flamey does occasionally help him across, if I'm not mistaken.
I think it's Edward. I think you could be right, but I think it's Edward. But I think the change should be seized as the drop player / rotator towards A as like the 3rd man. I don't think the in-game leader should do that. It's one of the hardest jobs to hold drop. I think put Edward in drop. Let him just pop heads. And let Seized be the secondary A player who also then can cheat over to B, because he is the in-game leader. He can make those instinctual calls, and I think that's normally something that you want to do without having to communicate that, because you can put your players off if you're telling them to cheat on over or move on over, and they might get caught with a nade in their hand, and then they're frustrated at you. And we know that the guys from the CIS region like a bit of a punch-on.
Yeah. Yeah, we do know that. Now
I don't know if we know that or not.
I don't either. I was gonna let you slide with that one. Now, so this is gonna be a situation where NiP on the T side then. like this has a lot of opportunities for Get Right as well. We've seen his kind of increased performance. We've touched on that often enough, but I mean, lurking and drop, you can lurk over towards A. This is going to be a pretty dangerous map for the skill set that NiP has.
Yeah, I think, once again, the keys are going to be Freiburg being able to entry in and grab that 1 kill in open space, and then Draken finding entries with the AWP, which is very difficult to do in the early stages on the T side of Cobble for an AWPer, but in the late to mid-round is when he can really shine.
Yeah, your win conditions are looking good if you want to look at it just purely from the last game as well. Freiburg actually had a really good game individually, so he seems like he's on point, so hopefully he can drag that into this one and provide what he needs to actually open up those opportunities for NiP.
Will be cool to see. Can Guardian continue his terror? Can he bring Cobble into the way of Na'Vi? We're going to find out with Henry and Sadakist.
Thank you very much, Jason. Listen, I'm really glad Chad comes in early and works as hard as he does to make sure he gets those tactical clips done. That's a very good example of why NiP are, I guess, innovative on this map. They've shown a number of strategies on it, but yet still don't have the results to back that up.
Yeah, I would say that's fair, but they certainly kind of designed the way the game should be played on the T side. A lot of teams use those smokes that Threat kind of came up with. It's quite interesting to see how that's kind of fallen apart for them. They were very good on this map when they first brought it to the table. Obviously, everyone caught up in that respect, and it's kind of dropped off a little bit. But let's get into this one match, shall we? It's going to be Na'Vi on the CT side here, and of course, NiP on the T side. They've got 3 sets of armor for now. Make it 4 exist. Presumably going to bring some utility. Only gets a Tech 9 and 1 smoke. So that smoke will be used towards potentially either connector on the A side of the map or towards the B side of the map. Would make a lot of sense. And Draken, he's been dropped the Tech 9. He's going full Superman mode. Forest towards drop down. This will be an A split. Let's see how fast it's going to be. Very apparently, as actually swarm towards middle, and they have been spotted.
Spotted indeed. His Get Right gets further up the split. It's in play.
Here we go.
It's going to work back, though, for Flamey with 1. NiP certainly have opened things up for them, though. They've created a lot of space and opportunity. Opportunity that Flamey still doesn't want to give them, but they'll take it by force.
They will indeed. That's one way to put it. Spread up towards middle, an A split coming in very quickly indeed, hitting all the Glock shots required there. Na'Vi couldn't really do anything about that situation whatsoever. They find a couple of kills, that's about it, and the round is over. 1-0 in favor of NiP. And here we go, Matt. It's not a forced buy from Na'Vi. Like we said, that's kind of going out of fashion on the CT side now. This is the airstrike mentality coming in. So 4 HEs, that'll be towards the B side of the map, hoping the B rush comes in. Then you drop 5 grenades now, okay, towards that upper platform area and see where we can take a couple of Ts who are rushing in. They're not going to be rushing, but they'll be holding up to see if there's any sort of tells as to when they should throw their grenades. 2 HEs from NiP towards that upper platform position, but they won't be dumping the load just yet.
It's never good to dump the load too early, as Draken will sit to make sure things are tactical and safe first. Simple jumps up, spots between the man's legs. It's his favorite pastime in the B site.
We still have his HE grenades, and it could still work out. They could find 2 kills on that, potentially, if they time it well and wait for the full commitment. Where they'll be heading as well, Matt. This is actually getting me quite excited. We'll see whether it works out for Na'Vi. Smoke comes in, and they will be going towards B indeed. Will the timing be there for Na'Vi?
Will it or will it not? Draken.
Oh, Draken.
Go very
You're so young.
slowly.
You're so young.
You're
Go.
so young, but third person is going to show us how beautiful he is. Beautiful shots are required. He certainly has one on Simple. Forrest will follow up on a Flamey. And a stack doesn't really matter.
Okay. Wasn't
As
as
shown by
exciting
every
before.
day that we play Face It.
Yeah. Well, there you go. We don't play Face It, we play ESCA.
That's true. You're right. I forgot what system we were even on because truthfully I don't play because honestly you guys don't let me because you're bullies.
Yeah, we're bullies. It's 2-0 and Na'Vi, like we said, that was getting exciting there. They came towards B and the nades landed but didn't do as much damage as required. They managed to inflict a little bit, but it's ultimately a 2-0 lead for NiP and the full eco now for Na'Vi. They get some upgraded pistol. Didn't get much more than the 80 grades of the previous round. They get some Deagles, some PT50s and stuff like that. But Draken, he's all in towards B. He'll be doing the charge in with the SMG and hit that first shot. Looking for 2 as well. Guardian low, and he might be taken down if Exist is there to save the day. Finally, Guardian does take down Draken, and it's going to be a clean-cut round for NiP overall. We might find 1 more kill, but Edward, he's towards Chicken Coop, and he's dealt with by Exist, who actually picks up 2 kills in that round. So B-Rush works out for them that time, and it's going to be where things start to get interesting. The AWP comes in for Guardian. Same story for Draken as well. As we get into round number 4. This is always an interesting round, especially when you have residual UMPs as the T-side team. You know the money, might not necessarily in this instance, but normally the teams, the CT side will force buy in that second round. You know they're lacking utility, maybe don't have the AWP. You've got those SMGs, you want to do something very fast, get close range, make towards drop down, go for a fast A split, and try and get that 5-0 lead. It's so valuable for the T-side. But Guardian fires off shots through the door here. He's getting really close. He actually hits one as well. Draken under 13 HP. He's got to be very careful at this point as bullets whiz by his head. That's pretty crazy lineup there. That's obviously him doing his homework and knowing the tendencies of Draken to do that much damage for the door at the start of the round. Exist takes a bit of a hit as well. And here comes the smoke towards the end of long A there, just designed to take away some CT vision. Flashes go through as well. Freiburg might push for the doors at this point. He certainly does with the UMP. And this round is getting a bit exciting. I'm not sure what Freiburg's thinking there. That didn't make any sense. You know, Guardian's already there. He's already fired off so many shots. There's going to be 3 kills from NiP. Quite a simple round for them overall. But Get Right finds 1 in return.
Flamey will wait inside. Flames to his right. And try and find an opportunity to take down the last remaining player. Is Get Right. Guardian did a good shot on Forrest, leaving the bomb inside of the site. But Get Right's found a shot in return. Now things slow down slightly. 45 seconds for Get Right to try and make a play in this. It would be a rather large play, all things considered. You have to do something quite miraculous. Considers going back to drop instead of just sitting out toward the B main area. Gets closer to going down. Seized is there. If he didn't do it correctly and execute the pallet drop, he would be heard, which could be a problem. Sprays down his lovely graffiti. He's got 40-something left at this point.
Yeah, got to be careful about that.
It's true. It's like serving ammo, of which he's got 17 bullets left, but even less 8 HP.
He can do this.
He's got Guardian down 2
1 second.
seconds. He's got to back off. If Edward had stayed peeking, it would have been a problem, but Smart, as always, will not peek, and it does mean the round goes the way of Na'Vi. Now, it does mean they're also very limited on economy.
GG. Well,
What would Jason say to that?
I don't know, what would he say?
He would say, mother flippers.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, that's true. He did say that once. But Get Right, you're absolutely right. He does not win the round. He runs out of time now, unfortunately. But what a great effort that was. This shot especially, I didn't think he'd be hitting this one. It's a headshot towards Guardian as well. That's the AWP going down. I think they managed to recover it just about, but you can see how weak they're going forward. NiP with an abundance of cash. They've got all the buy they need. AKs, AWP as well, all the grenades. Pushing through, it's simple with that lesser weapon, but he makes it work. Finds Get Right out of position at that point and finds the 5-on-4. NiP seems to be very good at that. As soon as they need to find frags, they find the correct positions, and this will be the full commitment now from NiP. Can Cbble do anything more about this?
Certainly wants to try and do so, but gets taken down. Got 1 in all of that as Draken gets in. It's Mother Lovers, by the way.
Mother Lovers,
flippers
yeah.
from. That's, I think they call them thongs, actually, not even flippers, in IEM Sydney.
Do you mean flip-flops?
It's
That's what you're going with?
Yeah, something like that. Guardian's got Draken, op for op, tit for tat. As Forrest will pick it back up and try and utilize it. So back to his olden days of trying to make himself an AWP player. 29 HP in 53 seconds. Slightly better chances than Get Right had in the last, and like we say, he nearly made it work.
Yeah, well, at this point, he's just riding the clock down, trying to suggest he might have moved position, but now that's been given away. Smoking out towards Connect and hoping he can segregate the CT player who's going to be seized at this point, but they're just making sure he commits to the bomb at this point. They're not going to try and take him on as a duel. Wait till he drops down. He can't really do much about this. He hasn't got time really to go to back all the way towards A at this point, so has to commit towards B. Not aware of it, but sees he picks at the perfect time. Couldn't have worked out better for him. That's going to be 2 in a row now for Na'Vi. After losing 4 players to the hands of Get Right, they managed to recover. It's another close round, another buy available for NiP after getting so many frags. They'll probably buy into this once again. Won't be the best of buys, but simple there on the upper platform, that SMG. Managed to open up the door of opportunity for Na'Vi, and his teammates finish off the job. So you can see NiP do force into it. 3 AKs and 2 UMPs with smokes to work with as well. But Guardian, he's very, very good on the city side of his map. Na'Vi famously are not. For him especially, he's been lights out on this map, even when they're kind of struggling, especially towards drop-down room.
Nade through smoke will have no intended target on the other side.
One thing just to note as well, this is a map where Simple loves to go on double AWP on the CT side. I think they've stopped doing that much these days, but it'd be interesting to see whether they try and force their way onto it once more.
Yeah, it's something you criticize quite heavily.
I think Chad hated it as well. It just didn't make sense. They were like consistently doing the same thing, that double up setup, every single chance they had to do it, and it just wasn't working. Like, no other team does that. Yes, you pick one up, you'll use it, but you don't try and force it every opportunity. I'm going to suggest they've stopped doing it now. I think it was just a matter of time.
It's just a matter of time. That seems to be the motto for many people's lives.
Until what? The end of it?
Something happens.
Oh, right.
In general,
Right.
people tend to be quite lazy.
Yeah.
Not that I know anything about that.
No.
3 years behind in photography, but that's fine. Matter of time, I'll catch up. Exist. Start to look down the long corridor at B and realize there's no one there, but the west side of the archway. He's not realized that yet. It's going to go back over toward A instead, where Guardian waits. Flash timing. Oh, he nearly fired into it. That nade could do more, though. Look at how low they've gone. It gives Edward a chance to spray them down, but he only manages one. It's Draken that he gets instead. Flash up, bounced off cannons. Guardian up in hand, still waiting. Taken down by Exist. 3 versus 3, but pulled back as Flamey leaves the bomb on the ground. That'll be recovered now. Low HP, doesn't even matter because he's got the safe plant, does Forrest. And Get Right, he's dinked up Flamey, who got caught on the wall.
Yeah, that was close.
It could have been the end of him at 19 HP. Simple will continue getting through the stable. But the round is still in contention. And it's Get Right that reads it, turns back. Now Flamey has to know he's there. But with 19 HP and Get Right controlling the angle, how does he choose to approach this? Get Right clutches it back, looking much better already this game than the last.
Yeah, he's had some sensational rounds so far. That's a big one for NiP to pick up. They actually only had 2 AKs and UMPs going into that round as well, so it was a bit of a tense situation for them, but a massive round for them to pick up. The reason they kept forcing into it, of course, they weren't winning rounds, but they kept getting it down to a 1v1 situation or 2v1 and managing to find frags and controlling the economy of Na'Vi. They finally broke them at this point, so it's going to be a full EK here. They get some head armor for 2 players, and the CZs and PT50s. Edward's got a 5-7 as well, but it should be an almost guaranteed round for NiP. I always said I have bated breath. I'm always confident when I say it, but you never know with CSGO, especially with angles like this. If someone's a little bit careless and walks into Guardian's crosshair, it could all fall apart. He'll see that flashman coming in, turn away from it, looking to get the PT50. Something to work with here, but he should be taken down. There's a lot of damage. Oh my God, how's he got a kill and still alive at this point?
Because it's Guardian, and he's got Drake in as well. He's low HP. Watch for a headshot. Imagine that.
That's insane.
Forrest gets Guardian back, but Guardian has done so well for himself, hasn't he? I'm just so proud as his father.
Oh, you're his father.
Had to be someone's father, didn't I?
By this time, yeah, I would say stats would suggest you have to be.
Well, that said, Forrest will get seized back. It means the situation does level itself in the favor of the buy. That graph at the top doesn't always reveal much in terms of, you know, what's on people's hands or in people's hands, given the situation in a round, based on how many died, et cetera, but this one paints a vibrant picture. Look at the investment between NiP versus Na'Vi, and it's still at 3 versus 2.
Could be a few more twists and turns considering Flamey's position as well. He's locked it in on the upper platform. The CZ as well will be hiding until the very last moment. Edward's coming for the pin set. This could work out. Spots 1, maybe faces a bit too early there. Had to get some information. He had no idea where they're going towards A for connector. He'll be going down momentarily. No way he can get anything working here. Gets a headshot in, but not the kill. It's up to Edward now, who's only got the 5-7, and maybe a chance to hit down Forrest. That's about all he has to work with. It's an open plant, but they will be covering it. Forrest might go down. He does, and this could get a bit dicey.
Oh, yes, it could. Exist tagged 7 HP. Edward wants it, gets it.
Why is he facing that?
He doesn't need to at all. He's giving him the angle, isolation angle. It's on to Get Right, though, from far. Still tapping with the 5-7. Still a chance to tap further as well. Ooh. Get Right on 84. But Get Right again will clutch back in another 1vx.
Yeah, he will, but I have to say, Exist, at that point, just make him touch the bomb. Your teammate's there with 100 HP towards Chicken Coop. You only see he's even got a 5-7 as well. Just have him manage him and take the peaks, get information for you and face when you have to. Don't bring it down to a really crazy 1v1, but this was nuts. How did Guardian survive the flashbang? He had 2 bullets left in his PT50 at that point. He finds 2 kills from it. I have to say, NiP, they were playing a fire at that point. It's another eco at this point, so it should be fine going forward. 4 MAC-10s. Okay, then. It's going to be a fast play, I'd imagine, towards middle. And the MAC-10s going in hard up the mid-ramp. It's Forrest to lead the charges. Smoke towards connector. And he should find this kill, or will he? Edward at the 5-7 opens up first. This is getting a bit crazy now.
Edward looking over the top, gets tagged through the wall and then taken down by Freiberg, who makes his entry known from long, getting the information that his man was looking elsewhere. And Next man on his list is Guardian. Add Flamey. You know that bully that made a list of everyone in high school? That's Freiburg right now. Seized was apparently on it as well.
For a bully today.
You haven't seen that, like, that plot?
No.
Like,
What's that?
you were mean to me in high school, I'm gonna put you on a list to get revenge in my life.
Oh, so the bully doesn't do that. It's the person being bullied.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, okay. All right, that makes more sense. I was going to say, that's quite a lot of effort for a bully to make, but...
Yeah, bullies aren't usually smart, is that what you're suggesting?
Yeah.
It's true. Jason, think about that next time.
Yeah, he's a bit of a bully these days, isn't he?
He is.
Always trying to upset people. Anyway, 6-2.
At least I know the good news is that Jason, if, you know, he does overextend his stay as a host and becomes too much of a bully, good fight for Forrest, getting down drop early. I'll come back to that thought.
Please do. It sounds great.
Flamey. Oh, good shot. To catch Forrest, though, getting before he gets inside of the smoke and evades him toward the tree. Edward goes down, though, to Freiburg. Same position. Simple's got to use the stairwell in reverse, but Freiburg gets that as well. And it is Na'Vi left with just two, Flamey being one of them, and he gets two himself. It's Get Right that's going to put it back down to just Guardian. And he's got an op.
He has. Guardian 2 versus 1. Quite a tantalizing prospect. The bomb knocked down as well here for NiP. Get Right's got an AWP. Not an AWPer, but let's see what he can do with the weapon. Smoke down. Well, Molotov now towards the rock. Things a little bit more interesting for Guardian. He takes a tick of damage. I'm not sure if the teammate who's coming in the back as well would have heard that. Like we said, Get Right, not an AWP, gets taken down. It's up to Exist, who's done a ton of damage, taking Guardian down to 2 HP, but he knows he's still in a bit of trouble here. A shot fired off towards Rock, and Guardian nails it. He picks up the round, 2 versus 1 in his favor. And I have to say, that was a little bit interesting from NiP. The fact that Get Right got so absolutely owned at that point at the upper platform suggests he might have been better off with the AK-47, but very well played by Guardian there. Exist, he did so much damage in the back, presumably trying to take him down. I couldn't see the angle from his POV, so I'm not going to comment too much on it, but that was amazing from Guardian to hit that shot and actually win the round in total.
Insane. What I was going to say is if it becomes too much of
a bully,
we do know he has another career in home renovation, specifically in home detonation and bulldozing.
Okay.
So if I ever need renovations done,
yeah,
I can call on him to wreck my home.
Anyway, we're going to have round number 10 coming in, and it's UMPs, M4s, and Guardian, of course, still on his AWP. So this has been a very fast half, I have to say. It's had a lot of action, a lot of clutches, some Guardian highlights as well. We said he was amazing on Cobblestone, certainly delivering so far. He was amazing on Overpass, top fragging once again for Na'Vi. And the second map again. Get Right, like we said, very poor performance from him on Overpass, but he's actually leading the charge on 12 kills and 2 deaths at the moment, and that's a lovely position from Edward. What a nice one-way smoke that is. Takes down that first kill, falls back as well, doesn't even take that much damage at all. Simple does, but he survives. He'll be falling back from the upper platform there after taking some damage through the smoke. Get himself in the hobbit hole. That's a nice position to get 1 kill, regardless of what HP you're on.
Very nice position indeed. Again, it takes an additional Molotov now. You get stairs, you've got archway, you've got KFC. It just means you have to consider it early on. Good foresight, perhaps. And as you say, therefore, it's usually a one and done for that exact reason. Edward gets Exist. Get Right gets Edward back. And NiP still wanting to take the site Na'Vi with 3 rounds already on their CT. Look encouraging to swap this over. This game will go the distance.
Oh, yeah. I don't doubt it for a second, but NiP firmly in the driving seat for now. This 3-on-3 favors him. Once the bomb goes down, that's the next objective. It comes in. Simple, low HP. Get Right, looking to cause more trouble here with Draken. Great position, he misses another key shot there, and a second as well. This could get a little bit scary now, but Get Right keeps hitting shots, takes down C's, looking to get the second as well, and Get Right is playing out of his mind right now. Very good decision-making, and Draken, after missing, I would say, would be an easy shot for most AWPers. And he gets saved by Get Right there, and that's a big round for them to pick up as well. Another eco coming in for Na'Vi. A little replay of Get Right's nice positioning there, and timing with the peaks. 7-3. And as you can see on your screen, there will be an eco for Na'Vi. Can't do anything about this. So loss bonus is currently at number 1. So that's only $1,400 coming into this round. This could be double eco territory. So let's say they've got Flamies on 1,400, Guardian not far in front of that with 15. He's only getting 1,900 on top of that. This has to be a double eco, I would say. They can do a little bit of investment to the next round, so like some PT50s and 5.7s, but they can't really afford to buy into the next round unless they go shotguns, Famases, UMPs, and then they're opening themselves up for a massive first half defeat.
Yeah, that's typical, isn't it, of Na'Vi? I think 5 rounds used to be the threshold. Come on, you got to have that improved by now.
Yeah.
Surely you've had to have something go your way.
Yeah, this map has always eluded them slightly. It's never really clicked. T-side's always great, right? Especially when Zeus was in the team. He was actually really good on the T-side and carried them through to victories. They famously only ever got 5 rounds. But the CT side always has been a problem, especially drop-down room. They seem to have tried, they've switched almost every single player that tried that position. Mainly it's between like Seeds and Edward to have a go. Flamey's been there at one point as well.
Do you know what the key to drop room is, though? It's not the one player that's there. It's how the second player chooses to support him.
Right.
It's the rotation that comes from A or the player inside of B that's swinging, either throwing additional smoke out from KFC, or if they're boosted tree, or if they're playing close by, or if they're going to give up, drop, and play passive. He has to have Rock with more information. Good take for Guardian. But it really comes into the second one who goes there with the first player and how they control it. One player alone's not enough. Freiburg gets deep inside of the site. 3 players to push up on B to try and compensate for this, as they did go for a stack. That's not really going to amount to much. In fact, that may just end the round as is.
Might do. 5 players surviving here for NiP. Not really much Na'Vi can do in this scenario. Bomb down, just trying to get some exit kills, not allow NiP to farm at all. It makes sense, right? You're probably not going to kill them. Hope they go hunting for you a little bit, have the crossfire set up here, deny them cash. You're happy to stay alive at this point. And Freiburg trying to get $600 per kill. There's one. And he'll be looking for a little bit more.
Well, with that MAC-10, running to his right. Oh, gets the shot on Edward. I think he's aware of it. Looks towards where Simple may be. Goes directly at him.
Not bad.
Punches him square in the face.
He does. There's a lot of damage at the same time. He finishes that round on $6,000. And like we said, that had to be
Price
double
is
eco.
right. Come on down. Sorry, just the way you said $6,000.
Price is right. I don't know what that means.
Bob Barker, you don't know that show at all?
Well, if it's America, we probably didn't have it.
I mean, Happy Gilmore got his ass kicked by him now twice.
Yeah, I know who Bob Barker is from that reference, yeah. And he's the host of a show called The Price is Right.
Yeah.
Okay. In the UK, we have that show, but it's hosted by a guy called Bruce Forsyth, who's a national treasure.
A national treasure.
Yeah.
You're a national treasure,
I
Henry.
think I am at this point, yeah.
But as of today, you are no longer a European treasure.
Yep, that's true. Well, European Union treasure. We're still in Europe.
Yeah, I didn't quite, continental Europe.
Yeah.
I didn't quite understand that. You know, you guys made demands. We'll just keep everything the same in terms of our currency, etc. But we don't want to be part of the family.
Well, yeah, it was just a matter of time, right? Until this happened.
It's all
But
gone
anyway,
wrong.
back to politics, maybe back to CS.
Right, Matt, let's get back to the game.
I've had to use that in a while. Maybe today it should have been brought out, but who knows. It's going to be a 4-on-4 for now. This was another eco, like we said, for Na'Vi. It's 8-3 against them here. And Forrest gets the collateral. I was about to say it was a possibility, but he actually nails it as well. They face at the same time. Round done and dusted, as you would say, Matt. And it's going to be a 4-on-2.
I only say that because Dust Moret is my inspiration. And now, as Edward slithers his way through the sights, he tries to find Exist on low HP, can't manage to do so. It means that we go to 9-3 for NiP.
Do we bring out the double orb setup now? Now things have got desperate. Guardians bought it. They could get a second one. They're not going to. So that suggests they've maybe adjusted from that mentality. That was the collateral kill from Forest. 9-3. Took a few ecos in a row, but Na'Vi have got another buy here. It's not the best Guardian with no nades, no head armor. Doesn't really need it against the buy he's up against, but only one diffuse kit as well. NiP firmly in the driver's seat, number 30. It's been a very fast half, and Guardian once again trying to get those wall bangs, and it was successful before, but doesn't look like Draken will be tricked twice. His decision-making is something that's been critiqued recently. That's almost a stupid move, right? Like, you've got an AWP, you flash, and you're thinking about running for a smoke. Well, you could have grey screen, you're going to come out and what? You no-scope someone to come through? Like, you're not going to win that duel. He was saved with the fact he got fully blinded. He wanted to do it, but denied. I'm not a fan of sometimes the decisions he makes in, like, when he's in a situation just about to get to a choke point.
Nifty little boost for Guardian to see out at long. Freiburg waits on the inside of it, though. This could be timely. He's going to hear them running back. Edward sitting in the open. Oh, Freiburg. That's unfortunate. He played it right, heard them running away. They just checked it. They had no idea he'd be that close. But whiffs the shot.
That's not a whiff. That's a hit.
That's you sunk my battleship hit. As Get Right manages a good kill. Guardians, despite being tagged and shot at, manages at least one more into Forest, giving them a fighting chance on the retake. And perhaps that fighting chance has been stolen away. Freiburg, great shot that time. Makes no mistakes to take down Seas.
This is rough, because Simple has to save his weapon now. If they want to buy, he needs to get that up and save it. They can force him around this. I think they have to force every round at this point. 10-3 down, only 2 rounds remaining, of course. He needs to save his weapon, and they can force around it, and they've been known to win these rounds in the past. We're looking for 5 rounds, Matt. The price is right, and we'll see where they can land it. Higher. Has to go higher.
This is where you were saying he has to save this AWP. I don't understand. I want to question. Well, exactly. So many players sit around to say, "I'll just get one more kill," and
wouldn't have made any difference.
It's fine. Exactly. It's fine if you're trying to break their economy. They've got so much, and you said it had to save it. So why even sit waiting for the peak, even when you think you're holding a safe angle, which obviously there wasn't. Get right snuck in. Just get out, hightail it.
Yeah, get towards Rapunzel Tower, something like that. You're absolutely right. Even if he gets all the kills there on the retreat,
players do it so much.
They've still got 5 grand left over in this round. It wouldn't have made any difference to the landscape of the game. So him saving the AWP, that's actually a massive deal. It doesn't happen. And now this is the outcome. They had the force, and we said there's not enough rounds to play with here. 3 UMPs, a CZ, and a FAMAS. 1 kit, little grenades, and if they win this round, I'll be very impressed indeed. We'll see whether they can do it. This is number 14, but Draken through the smoke. He sees the spread of bullets coming through there. What's that called? When you fire the gun.
Spray pattern?
No. Something's got an official name.
Oh,
I'm drawing a blank. Quick, save me.
Me too. No, I'm drawing a blank.
Someone in production save us.
Yeah, I know what it's called as well. It's a round grouping. I forget. There is a technical term.
No one's saving us.
It's fine. We can't be saved. Jesus couldn't save us, Henry. Draken. Ooh. Forget the op. Just go to the pistol from now on. Finds the shot on seized. Get right. We'll take down Edward.
What's it called?
I'm Googling it. Don't worry. You talk for a bit. I'll help you.
Let's do it. 4 on 2. It's going to be Flamey and Guardian left in a pretty much unwinnable situation with Flamey doing some decent damage. Has to be forced off the steps there with the Molotov, and they'll be aware of it. Draken trying to pick up the pieces, but he's by himself. They've got so much time to work with such an advantage. Why are they trying to shove all in one by one with this kill? This is horrible stuff from NiP. Clumsy round from them. They don't really deserve to win at this point, but Get Right's making a case to do so. He's got 11 HP. 30 seconds remaining. Guardian, he'll probably start spraying that smoke momentarily. He picked up the bomb, and he will fall back. 20 seconds remaining, has to go towards A at this point. Might go through drop down, we'll see. He's actually going to take the long road at this point. So, Guardian versus Get Right, 2 of the biggest names in CSGO. 10 seconds remaining. I'm not sure if he can plant this. He'll be really, really close. He can't do it. I'm pretty sure. Oh, he can.
That's nice. That's good. 11 HP on the edge of it, though. 1 versus 1. Immediate peek. And Guardian gets the shot. That's the 4th round.
That was abysmal from NiP. They're so tunnel visioned on getting that 1 frag. It was a 4 on 2, right? You've got AKs, you've got an AWP, you've got the HP advantage, you've got time on your side. You've spotted 1 player towards the steps there, and your young players like Draken are thinking, oh, I'll just go end this situation by myself right here, right now, and I'll run through, and no one will come for the refrag because Get Right's low HP behind me. He's not going to follow me in. Oh, I've gone down. Fryber, do you want to have a go? You going by yourself as well? And that's gone down as well. Right, this is horrible. We should have actually just grouped up and stick together. And now we've actually given Navi a chance into this game. And that's one team you do not want to be allowing any further into a half than you have to. They've got a bit ahead of themselves, maybe getting caught up in the romance of winning by such a huge road.
Everyone's saying tracers. Is that what you mean? That's not what he's talking about.
When you fire a gun and it's like it's the spark that comes out the end of the barrel and not tracers.
Well, no, there's the muzzle flash.
Muzzle flash, that's what I'm thinking
yeah,
of.
Okay,
right, that's it, muzzle flash.
I thought you were talking about how your bullet spread hits on the target, because there's a name for that too.
No, I'm talking about muzzle flash. That's exactly it.
Okay, yes. Yeah, because the tracer is listen, we're not stupid-ass casters, Chad. I saw that. I misunderstood what he meant, and everyone knows what a tracer is. Okay, it's a character in Overwatch, which is a game and not an esport.
Ooh, spicy.
Flash goes out from Guardian. Doesn't like to peek on top of it. Re-smokes off the bottom of middle instead. They are famous for the 5 rounds, you said, Henry. They need 1 more. However, we see it's happening. That Molotov limits Guardian's movements considerably. They can wrap around onto him, get a lineup, but he's got the shot on Fryberg instead. It's Draken that gets back Flamey. Guardian's got mere 5 HP in a 3 versus 2. Flashed off. Doesn't fully blind him. He can peek sooner than perhaps they expect, but more importantly, stays alive to get the information. He just needs to be a pest at this point and let the rotations come in. Draken will get underneath the balcony. Op waiting as well. Close position to play if they go to balcony, but that's why Exist is watching it instead. That's going to allow them to get much closer. Good peak timing. Guardian goes down. Exist has the crossfire set. Simple misses a shot. Taps to hit that no scope. because it was surely the signal in the end. He's going to smoke this off. He's going to hold it as well. Flash is going to bounce up. He's in behind the wall. Simple almost makes it work, but Draken clutches it back to make it 11-4.
What an exciting half of CS that was. Yes, it's a huge score margin for NiP, but it had some amazing clutches and intense moments like that last round as well. Na'Vi do not find their illustrious 5 rounds there. They only get 4. I'm not sure it's going to be enough, but we'll find out in the second half after this quick break.
Well, it was pretty much as expected, unfortunately, from Na'Vi. They only get the 4 rounds, not even the 5th that they are famous for only achieving on the CT side. It gives NiP a great lead, 11-4 to work with, but we know both teams do struggle CT side, and both teams are good T side, so it could still go the distance, Henry.
Yeah, definitely could. If NiP pick up the pistol, it's pretty much done. But if Na'Vi get it, which they're known to do on the T side especially, we could have a real game on our hands. We could see all 30 rounds, maybe even an overtime coming in. That last round was pretty intense as well. I thought Cbble was just about going to do it. There's 1 second remaining when Draken sealed the deal and got 11 rounds there for NiP. An intense first half for sure. We'll have a look at the scoreboards here before we get to the second. Get right with 20 kills. He kind of revitalizes himself after overpass Matt. He was shocking on that, but he only dies 4 times. That doesn't sound right to me, but I guess they only lost 4 rounds, so that does kind of make sense overall. And Freiberg, 16 kills, another good performance from him. Draken quiet, made some interesting decisions there, I have to say, on Cobblestone, but regardless, he had a very good half. Seized with 20 kills. That can't be right. He can't have had 4 deaths because they lost 11 rounds. These stats are always a little bit confusing, you know?
You know what? It's okay.
Yeah, he can't have he didn't save his gun that many times. But
it's actually supposed to be a test, and you passed, Henry.
I passed
you
this time?
actually
Okay.
spotted the falsehoods.
Well, there you go. I like to make sure we're 100% accurate. But here we go then. The second half will be coming in momentarily. 11-4, quite the mountain to climb here for Na'Vi. T-side pistol, a lot of teams continuing to do the same things. A split, very prevalent in the meta right now. Maybe B rushes as well from drop down. That's also very common. The default's not so much. If you start slowing yourself right down and trying to find picks, obviously the USP is going to overwhelm you. So we see a lot of teams get the Superman buyout and go for those fast A splits coming in. That's what I'm predicting to see from Na'Vi. We'll see where that comes in. Match is restarting right now, so here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The second half of our second map of this matchup is going to be NiP on the CT side and Na'Vi on the T side. We'll have a look at the T side buy as well. 1 smoke and a tech line comes in as predicted. So that's the Superman buy. And who's going to get it? It's normally Edward. Does he get thrown that weapon? Normally Edward. Let's have a look. It's going to be C's this time. Okay, make some things up. Guardian has that 1 smoke. Like I said, normally used towards connector. And an A split potentially coming in. They are sending 3 players towards top of middle. But they enter the B halls, trying to get closer to these mid doors without being spotted. Sees, he's not messing around, by himself towards B, trying to hold as many players in this as he can towards this side of the map while his players get ready towards the A side.
Ooh, get right. Not going out the window today, sir. A door would have sufficed, but you got greedy, and I punished you. Drake, and he's staying alive. He's staying efficient. That'll bait them away, and it gives them a bomb. Now they've got time, ample time to rotate. He's low, just stay alive. This is actually quite smart from him.
Yep,
he drops
perfect.
down, and it brings in Forrest. Drake, no need to peek. I know he wants to bait him. He wants to pull him all the way. He wants to force the commitment because Forrest is there, and Drake goes back. That's perfect.
That
1
was
HP.
that was really nice from NiP, especially Draken there. Like, he does a very good job of staying alive, expended a lot of bullets in his magazine towards danger, got himself in a safe position, made them come to him. He drops the bomb in a horrible position as well, and all this chaos is going on. His teammates are finding frags left, right, and center, and it's going to be a very big pistol round for NiP to pick up. Interesting enough, though, Matt, and Na'Vi aren't forcing into this round. This could suggest they'll be buying into the next round with Galil's and head armor. They get 1,900 on top of their 1,500 right now, so that'll be $3,000, which is enough to buy a Galil and head armor. So that's a rifle and armor, right? So that's maybe what they're going for here. It's definitely unorthodox, but something we have seen before. And if they even do a little bit more than that, they get a bomb down here. They can find a bit more, but meant to be, I'm afraid. Get right. Time to mop them up at this point. And if Galil's come out in the third round, I'll be quite excited.
Simple wants the bomb back, at the very least. UMP to start it off with. He's going to go again. Get right there. Exist, facing it down. I know with him spraying back that he is also still in contention to try and take that angle. 19 HP, and he realizes that very likely Freiburg is slipping in the back door, and that's exactly what he's done. It's now 13 rounds for NiP.
There it is.
The pistol's huge. Yeah.
This is an interesting one. So the players who got kills, like Edward, if they have 3,700, the AK is obviously $2,700, the armor is $1,000, so he gets AK head armor. They didn't get a bomb down, but if you have $3,000, you can get Galil, it's $2K, obviously armor same price, $1,000, so you get 5 rifles here, very limited in grenades, but they're desperate at this point. They need something to go in their favor. It's 13-4. It's in favor of the Ninjas after picking the first map. Na'Vi are all in here in round number 3. Just to confirm as well, the meta is right now, you lose a pistol, you force him in the second round of the Tech 9s, and it's sort of working out for now. They get a trade towards drop down. Right, that takes one before dropping, and Exist answers back as well.
Sees gets Forrest. Exist, tagged again. That's how I want to play tag. When you're it, you're just dead. Exist is dead. There's no home base in this version of tag. Let's make CS freeze tag mod. Let's bring that back.
I think we don't really have time to do that.
No, we can do it.
Yeah, we don't really have the expertise as well.
No, but that's the thing. We just hire someone and say we did it ourselves. Drake, and this is perfect. It's in behind them. Slips out. Ooh, I was going to say finds 2. We should have had that one. So he stays alive on 27, gives him a chance for a repeat on Get Right, nearly catches him off. 53 seconds and a one-on-one. If he can break Get Right's knowledge of where he's gone, he's got the round. And Get Right's giving him a chance to do so right now, it has to be said.
Well, he's got the bomb, 27 HP in that Galil in hand as well, but he's up against one of the best in the business when it comes to clutches. It's Get Right, and he'll be holding towards Connector, an intelligent place to be. Obviously, he's very quick to rotate between both sides. If he goes towards A, he's there ready and waiting to stop the cross as well.
This is not going to be A, though, at 29 seconds.
No,
Surely.
you can still, if he runs now, he can
Yeah,
make
that's
it.
the thing. If you
can't walk.
Yeah, he is running. All right, fair enough. Yeah,
Always
see,
basic.
yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
and I expected. Usually, yeah. Get Right has gone for this as well,
Here we go. He's taking the bait, hook, line, and sinker,
as he would say.
as I would say, famously.
He's going to make it as well to the statue cleanly. 4 seconds. Get Right's realized he's likely still at B and gets the plant. I think he may have spotted his back. Still going to get ever closer, isn't he, with this M4 one-shot. Does it! Flower pot nearly costs him.
Big round.
Saves him some respects because it takes bullet damage as well, but it looked like he was going to deny his first shot. But yes, big round indeed. NiP go to 14. Na'Vi stick on 4.
They do. It's very tense then. Sees it absolutely everything he could. Baits out, Get Right to the A side, gets the bomb down, but it's not quite enough. Doesn't have the HP to work with there. Get Right slips out of connector doors, gets close range of the M4, had to hit 1 bullet, which of course he hits, and now it's another force buy situation for Na'Vi. Clutching at straws at this point. They haven't really whistled down the NiP economy enough to justify this, but at this point they have to keep going. They can't allow them to get on match points so early on in the map. Before here, the second half, and already looking down the barrel of match point, it's not too great here from the Na'Vi side. Swings towards B, but a missed shot from Bracken once again.
So close.
Can't find the shot.
Both of those were so close. Exists trying to do what he can. Na'Vi, this is their round. Speed, maybe not grace in that case, but Forrest, okay, hang on. He's looking for another one as well. You mentioned the other day his high sensitivity. You can see it there as he snaps back and forth, right to left, and down the lane, pushing on. Flower pot again. Guardian's able to take back Forrest. It's Get Right, backs himself into a wall. May have to back himself out of the round.
That's a big round for Na'Vi to win. Now they have done damage to the economy. So Get Right knows every kill he can get, though, is very valuable. Not going to get any, unfortunately. Simple finds the frag, and they get their first round here of the second half. 14-5. No reason for NiP to start forcing into rounds. They've got a huge better round here, and Draken misses a couple of shots close range. The rush overwhelms him, and 3 kills coming in. Forest made it a bit interesting there. And in terms of the buy, I'm surprised NiP are forcing into this one, but they are. They're trying to end it as quickly as possible before the Na'Vi bank accounts swell. So Deagle's 5-7s. Like I said, it's not really a reason, right? Yes, they can obviously get match point right now. The money still wouldn't be great next round regardless, but I think at this point, let's just get the full buys going forward. Let's get in a nice position, but Draken, once again, he's down first after trying to get aggressive towards the left platform. Guardian picks him off.
Freiburg with the pistol will wait. That drop, Simple, spots the boost. Don't go sticking a head between those legs because Simple will take the head clean off. Again, that flower pot gets punished. That is the most broken. Ooh, all right, Forrest. He's the day man because he's really good at karate.
You don't even know who that's from.
Nah, I don't.
Heard us sing it using it references.
Yeah, don't. It's from.
It's
Always Sunny,
intoxicating,
apparently.
isn't it?
It's just really annoying.
It's a nice tune.
Nah, it's really annoying.
You have been singing it a lot yourself, so you're part of the
Because
annoyance.
it's stuck in my head
That's what I'm
because
saying,
it's annoying.
intoxicating. It takes over your brain. It's just a nice, simple song to sing.
Chat.
Is he singing it now?
Yeah.
Good stuff. Well, there's an eco for NiP at this point. Just 1 P250 for Forest. Didn't really get much done in the force by in the previous round. 5 players towards the A side of the map. 2 middle, 3 towards long A.
That show's not very good, by the way.
I don't have to like it.
I'm just
A lot of
kidding.
people love it.
I'm just kidding. I'm just triggering you.
Doesn't trigger me. I didn't make it.
It's a good point. It's not really your loss, is it?
Well, here we go. The B execution comes in. An open bomb site greets Na'Vi as they make their way to the site. They did expend a lot of utility, but it's better to be safe than sorry. So they keep 5 players alive here, and NiP are looking at 6s and 7s as they can't really do much about this situation. It's going to be a PT50 and a flashbang. That's all they have available. And C's, he's starting to find frags.
Starting to. NiP now the team to be locked on 14 rounds. It happened briefly to Na'Vi in the last game. The score was a little bit closer when it did there, though, so Na'Vi's still got a large hill to climb. Bomb planted this round is surely done, as we know. They're just hunting them out, trying not to give up guns to the pistols, but still trying to make sure they take them down for whatever reason. There's absolutely zero investment on the 2 remaining players who are hanging out of the doorway.
Yep, not going to get much out of this.
It's a big door when you look at those humans. That's actually pretty cool. They didn't get the gun, but they run boost out and get
Annoyed
a kill.
him a bit at least.
Yeah, that's actually pretty funny.
Well, will they buy into this round? They will. They do get the AWP out for Draken. They need 1 round just to secure overtime at least. That releases a lot of pressure at that stage. It's not the best of buys, and this is why I said they shouldn't have forced up in that previous one. They would have had everything they needed to in this round if they'd just taken a couple of ecos. But c'est la vie as we go into round number 7. 1 kit, and now only 1 smoke remaining. We're not even got to 1 minute 40 yet, and they have 1 smoke left over. That's not great. It comes out to Draken, who's been hit and miss tonight. Let's see whether he can get anything rolling here. Is he going to go for this aggressive P? We talked about his decision-making abilities. This is a really unfavorable angle for a CT. He gets away with just about with the flashbang, but they're trying to hunt him down. Edward coming in with the flashbang. It's going to get him. Let's pull the trigger now, and he'll fall back.
Fall back indeed. Golden Arch comes over the top. Smoke nade lands. Guardian will continue to try to spray through the smoke with the AWP. Won't find anyone on the other side of it. Is he looking to set up a wallbang? I think he is, yeah. Guardian loves those.
Yeah.
He loves them. He's got the one on train.
Got 2 on Cobble.
Yeah, I think he knows every single spot. I think he goes searching for them. He places bots in servers and does his own little theory crafting.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, for now, it's working out for Na'Vi. With C to pick up that first frag, and they've got map control as well. He's just holding towards drop down. This will be a B finish. If he can hold there and listen out for footsteps, he stops rotating players coming in. And Guardian hitting another shot now. We might have a half on our hands here, Matt, because we said it. Na'Vi always pretty poor in the CD half, but they come to life here and sees he strikes at the perfect time. Looking for 2 frags, takes that 1, and if he gets this one, it's a big scalp to take. Draken with the AWP does go down in the end, and it's just get right now. He's left in the 4 versus 1. He'll be upgraded to an AK-47, but it's not going to matter too much. Even if he survives this round, 4th saves lost bonus, they can't buy regardless, and they're trying to hunt him down as he retreats towards T-spawn. Might find Edward here.
He will.
Really?
We found him.
Ah, that's what you meant.
Just Just make sure you phrase your words so that you're always right, Henry.
That's true. I should have set myself up more correctly. Here's the roll replay.
This is sick.
Hello. Little run boost there as well.
Yeah. It's quite nifty.
So another eco.
I think that's my favorite word again, nifty.
Yeah, it's been a while. PT50s. Now, it's not scary at this point, but after losing 4 rounds in a row, NiP have got to start sweating a little bit. It'll be 49 after this round. They have PT50s, no nades. And we have got some B focus. Guardian waiting for anyone to walk up the steps and into his warm embrace. His warm embrace of death.
Yeah, it's a warm place when you get sent to hell.
Yeah.
You know, would you rather a nice warm toasty fire or some lofty clouds? Flamey gets get right back. Smoke goes down behind Freiberg. Flash in as well. He snuck in, slipped in, slept in, whatever, after they'd already checked it. So we'll see if he can catch them off from that position. But enough time's gone by at this point. They should reconsider that position as Guardian will drop off the op, grab the AK, drop down up close. Flamey looks for the shot, but Draken's got the shot in return onto Guardian. Good pickup from Flamey. Through the broken wall, he finds one. Forrest has a dink, though, knows it as well. Red HP,
What?
And they're gonna put themselves on that point with pistols. It's last night all over again.
It is, and that's huge. Na'Vi looked like they had this half under control with a PG-50 eludes, and what the hell just happened? The perfect flank comes in. Na'Vi a little bit apprehensive to commit to any sort of area that they've lost mid-control, horse control, and they're just being so, like, slow towards that platform position. Didn't really make sense why they hadn't committed at that point and just getting into the site and finding the frag. Got the weapon advantage, get flanked, and 2 kills come in very quickly indeed. And Guardian, that's another nice line from him. That rock position actually looking above the smoke. The CT's put down to have an advantage at that point. So maybe we're not done just yet. 5-on-4 once again for Na'Vi. Get right toward danger. Of course, he'll be on the A side by himself at this point. Does he want to go and recover the AWP? I'm not so sure. We saw him use that weapon in the last half. Not to great effect. Round number 9. Na'Vi now looking at match point. It's 7 rounds in a row.
It certainly does. Get right in the corner, looking to be baited in. Doubly so as Freiberg's at the top of the ramp as well. Do they expect him to be here? Absolutely not. They've already killed 2 watching mid. Get right, waits, sees Guardian going back, takes the fight, and Forrest. Oh, you sneaky little Leshen. Gets up close, sees, turns around to check back, and he hits the headshot, no problem, back to 2 versus 2.
2-on-2. 1 minute remaining. Bomb in the hands of Simple. He's got 48 HP as well. The CT's now sticking together. Nice tactic to have. If you can find the T's, you have a good chance at least trading at that point. And it looks like they'll be heading towards B. You can see Edward, who's in the connector position. But Get Right's watching the flanks. He is aware this could be a possibility. Simple hoping he pushes into them. And 35 seconds remaining as well. It's anyone's game at this point. It's not clear who has the advantage at this stage. Maybe NiP now. That's the kill that secures it. That could be the win right there.
High possibility.
Yeah, he's had the footsteps as well. It's over.
He's got him right now. Boom, down he goes. Get right secures it. They'll split the evening 1-1. Decent result for both teams, all things considered, as they both climb their way up the ladder.
For us as well. It settles our argument. We're both winners.
That's true. I think I'm still better, but that's fine.
Oh, total rounds 1, I think I had
That's
it.
true. You got me. I was hoping you weren't going to figure that one out, you know, if I'm honest.
Well, should we go back to the bully?
Yeah. Jason, that is you.
Don't get the reference on that one. NiP split the games. They do come back and win that second one. NiP take it by a wide margin, a much better combo. And I mean, the interesting thing is we talked about, Chad, I mean, you mentioned both teams having weaker CT sides. We don't have to really see NiP's all that much just because they had such a good first half.
Yeah, Draken was actually moving around a little bit. He got caught out going for an aggressive B platform play with the AWP, but it was good to see him actually being a bit more active. So I thought that was a positive for their CT side at least. But you're right, they didn't have to get it going, really. They won pistol round, which is a way to make it nice and easy for yourself. And then Na'Vi with similar struggles. But the way that NiP were approaching it, lots of mid plays, lots of A plays early, and then they went back towards the B plays. So I like the tactical approach by them.
Yeah, no, I actually really like their A plays coming out. Seemed aggressive, seemed good at it as well, seemed confident in what they're doing, and it just overran Na'Vi a lot. Na'Vi CT side seems just still lackluster on this map. Continue the loss streak on it. Maybe needs a review soon. Maybe reshuffle it in the map pool of things they want to play. I don't know how they want to approach it, but maybe it just needs a little tweak on it. Because the T side seems okay. Easy, Tiger.
Sorry.
Easy.
Easy. No, the T side seems fine. It wasn't phenomenal, but you got to highlight Get Right in that as well. He had a great performance individually.
And Freiburg.
Yeah, Freiburg as well. The people you highlighted, well, at least Freiburg was one that you highlighted had to do well, and he seemed to deliver.
Well, as Henry always says, when Freiburg just has a try, NiP usually has some good games. So, I mean, we kind of questioned this among ourselves watching the game. Was it was nice to see. I mean, you mentioned like their A hits. It was nice to see some teams like starting to focus more and more on this A bomb site. So we're starting to see a little bit more love to each bomb site on the map from the T side, which is cool to see.
You want to spread it around.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it also makes your B hits more effective if you're going to A, and your A hits more effective if you're going to B frequently. So it's nice to have that kind of a.
Variety is the spice of life, Jason.
For some reason, I couldn't think of the word twice when I was trying to finish that
Diversity?
sentence. Yeah, that works. Diversity is nice.
Love it in esports.
Love it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for employing me.
Brilliant. On that note, before we go too deep down that rabbit hole, we're going to head to a quick break. When we come back, we're going to have the second matchup of the evening, which is going to be Astralis taking on Kingwin. And also, we're going to have the second episode of Fair Dinkum.